You know, I really did plan on making these devlogs more often. Like, in the 2 months since I last uploaded, I finished the whole game I was working on, and I finished it a while ago too. To be fair, there wasn't tons left to do. Really, the only difficult thing left to do was coding the final boss, and even that wasn't the worst thing ever. It sucked, and it had me tweaking for sure, but it wasn't really that bad. Surprisingly, what was somehow more difficult than coding the literal final boss was just making text appear on the screen properly. I had a lot of things drawn to the UI, GUI, whatever it is, because it's how I was taught to do it, but it just made so there was a lot of things appearing in front of the transition between rooms, and overall it looks very ugly. I got it in the end, and I think it looks pretty good now, but it required an unnecessary amount of thinking, but also I think that's just how coding is in general when you're new to it. But yeah, the game is done. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've made I think a total of 2 videos about it, but I was working on a 2D platformer for 2 years, I think. It shouldn't have taken that long, but I took really big gaps, and also it was my first coding experience really ever. GML is the only language I've ever coded in. I have genuinely had no experience at all with how this kind of stuff worked, so I was just kind of learning it as I went, which is why it took so long in a way, because I went in with no knowledge, but somehow I made it through. I'm currently recording this on Thursday, August 15, and the game is going to release tomorrow. So if it's already past that date, wherever you are, you can play it now. And if it isn't that date yet, you can follow me on Instagram to see when it's released, which again is in 12 hours. The soundtrack will also be releasing tomorrow, and has a total of 12 tracks. 10 were written by me, but the other 2 were written by my awesome friend. The cover art was also drawn by another of my awesome friends, and I have both their socials linked in the description, hopefully. So go check them out. But yeah, this project took me 2 years somehow. I literally remember starting this thing in freshman year of college after my first failed attempt at making an RPG, because I couldn't figure out how to code text boxes, so I rage quitted and didn't code for 6 months. But now I'm I'm a sophomore or junior, somewhere in between. Don't worry about it. But the point is, it's been 2 years, which is crazy, because it doesn't look like it took that long. And in a way, it doesn't feel like it either, which again, it's probably because I just didn't work consistently on it. If I had done it consistently, even with school, I probably could have knocked this game out in maximum be 8 months. And if I had worked on it every day, it would have been maybe a month max. But again, like I said, it was my very first project ever, but I don't know, I think it's cool. Regardless, I'm definitely proud of myself for finishing this at all. Going into Strawbaby's development, I truly and honestly did not understand anything about coding. I'm still learning a lot, don't get me wrong, but I've definitely come out of this experience with a lot gained, and it all has me really excited for my next project that I'll be working on. I'll probably talk about that sometime near the end of the year, maybe, or early next year, but that project has been in the works since, I think, August of last year. Unlike Strawbaby, which I pretty much made alone, this next project I've actually got a little team of people helping. We have 90% of the plot planned, and we have concept art for characters, we've got some enemy sprites, animations drawn up. It's all very exciting. So look forward to that, maybe? As of Sunday, I think, it's been 4 days, 5 days, I finally began the coding process for that game. It's just the basics so far. I've done normal character movement, I worked out the party system, you can switch characters, and I've got collision down, and that's about it. There's finally been enough planning and content making to start putting everything together, and I can't lie, it's kind of intimidating. We've been doing what we can to be organized, but this game is a huge step up from what Strawbaby was. With Strawbaby, I pretty much made up ideas as I went, and I would draw up new sprites when I needed them, basically. Everything was kind of just decided on the fly. I didn't have a team I was working with that gave any kind of pressure to the project, I was just doing whatever I wanted. So it's definitely been an adjustment getting the rhythm of this next one down. I feel like I'm talking in circles, but I just cannot believe that I finished this stupid game. It's gonna be playable? What? You can download my stupid little Strawbaby murder game? That's crazy. I don't really have much else to talk about. This isn't really a devlog and more of just an update, but if you listen to this whole thing, thanks. Currently, I'm not sure how much of my next game's development I'll be publicly showing off, because it's got a lot much more large and serious production. But even if I don't post about those, I've still got a couple more small project ideas I'd like to make videos on at some point. Again, maybe in like December, I might try and work on that. I got RPG Maker. I don't want to like use it think like a full-blown game, but like it was on sale and I was curious, so I bought it. So I don't know. Maybe you'll see a short video about that at some point, but I don't know. I might forget or I might just not do it. You never know. But yeah. To summarize, my game comes out tomorrow. Actually at midnight, really. Again, it's like 12 hours from now. Not even. It is currently 1:15 on August 15, so it is coming out in quick math, 10 hours and 45 minutes. By the time this is released, even less. So, yeah. Again, it's probably gonna be in the description. It'll also be on my Instagram. That's where I'll be posting about it. And don't quote me on this, but I might make a trailer for it. Again, I've got about 10 hours to do so I'm probably gonna stop recording so I can go work on that. But yeah, bye!